discover that some of the things we believe to be true are actually false? If you don't remember the source of the allegations that you have been confidently chatting with friends for all these years, you are in the right place. We start our new series with one of the most famous myths, that we use only 10% of our brains. Where does this idea come from? And is it true? But before we go on, don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website, www.interestingengineering.com. Well, we know that myths are fun and all. Although we don't tinker with them because they kind of suit our needs, the reality behind them can be surprisingly different from what we believe to be true. The claim that suggests even Einstein used 5% of his brain sounds like a good excuse for the majority of people with average intelligence not to push themselves. What do you think? The 10% myth may have started in the early 1900s, when neurosurgeon Carl Lashley removed portions of rats' brains and discovered that he could damage areas of the cerebral cortex while the rats continued to perform the task correctly and behave normally. Or, according to some popular belief, the myth was spread by journalist Lowell Thomas in his preface to Dale Carnegie's self-help book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. The basis for his assertion is the theory of reserved energy by William James, who conducted research at Harvard University's psychology department in the 1890s. Thomas misquoted this brilliant American psychologist's claim that the average person develops only 10% of his latent mental ability. In fact, James had made a more general reference to our latent mental energy. Over the years, the results of some studies on the brain, our strangest organ, led to more myths being added to this false claim. Like Wilder Penfield's discovery of silent cortex in the 1930s, brain areas that appeared to have no function when stimulated with electricity. We now know that these areas are operational. People often interpret things in ways that fit them, you know? It is true that both scientific research and popular culture have produced ideas that support our perceptions of how much of our brains we actually use. For example, the poster of the movie Lucy, starring Morgan Freeman and Scarlett Johansson, claims that the human brain can use a maximum of 10%. This film has been criticized by the scientific community for its speculative information that feeds the belief that we can use 10% of our brain. Nowadays, however, there are much more reliable sources, proving that we use 100% of our brain and not only 10% of it. Geneticists say that the organs that we don't use become dysfunctional over time. Our brain cannot be an exception to this rule. Furthermore, even minor brain damage can cause diseases that affect the entire body, demonstrating how important it is for our brain to function as a whole. Then the answer to our question is no. Not only do we have the ability to use our entire brain, we have to do it in order to function as a healthy human being. So let's not wait in vain for that miracle drug that will allow us to use our whole brain to take action. It seems we have to make do with what we have. Don't miss our next episode, where we will turn another myth upside down. See you next week.